Pitt is one of the toughest places to come and play basketball in the country. They put on a pretty good show for 3.5 quarters. The CSU women's soccer team battled under cold and rainy conditions Sunday. Passing the ball may be a little difficult for both teams today. Yeah, 5 players right now on this team averaging at least 9.5 points per game. You want to kind of take the fans out of it a little bit. And reporter Alex Cluxton will be joining us to discuss the Olympics and the U.S.'s latest strides toward the gold medal in hockey. I think they accomplished that. I think this team's going to be able to take a lot of positives away from this game. Want to see what this team is made of this season after losing 5 starters from last year's team, which made it to the NCAA tournament. Steven Starcer here with Keith Albertson. We're in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, right outside of Bryant-Denny Stadium here. Tons of fans. They've been here tailgating from the early mornings. Keith, CSU taking on the #1 team in the nation today. Exciting opportunity for the Rams. Steven Starcer here in front of the Kennel in Spokane, Washington, as the CSU Rams are playing the number 15th ranked team in the nation in the Gonzaga Bulldogs. But in the end, it was the points in the paint from New Mexico, along with hitting the free throws towards the end of the game. Bairstow had 29 points and 14 rebounds in the game. Kendall Williams was flirting with the triple-double there for a while. He had a phenomenal overall game for the Lobos, and I think they just showed their experience in this game. Well, you know, no player on this team has any bowl game experience, but Coach McElwain has a ton of it, so obviously you're going to expect him and some of those assistant coaches to help get them ready, mentally prepared for this game. You know, it's going to be kind of a different atmosphere for them, like we mentioned, haven't been part of this since 2008. It's great for the school and the fans, though, and I'm excited for this game. The CSU women's basketball team's success this season is due in large part to a heavy influence in foreign talent. The Rams have 7 players from 4 European countries on their roster, and perhaps the most impressive of them all is Ellen Neuström, a freshman from Sweden who says the Rams' lack of national attention doesn't bother them one bit.
We know that we're good, and we don't need people to pay attention to us because we know that we're good, and we know that we can go to the NCAA tournament, and I mean that's our goal, so we're just focusing on that and focusing on our team.
The 19-year-old says it's been a smooth transition to the States and she couldn't be happier.
I love it here, I really do, and I have 2 Swedish friends here, Ellie and Gabby, so that's been a real big help because I don't even miss home that much.
Neuström's head coach Ryan Williams believes he's found a star in the young Swede.
She's a very special talent, a very strong, competitive young lady that has a tremendous will to win.
There's no denying the freshman has an array of talents, but Williams says there's one in particular that sets her apart.
The thing about Ellen is how extremely unselfish she is. You know, the thing we've been trying to get her to do is score the ball and be a more willing scorer, because she's got it all. I don't think Ellen understands how good she's gonna be.
Neuström became the first men's or women's basketball player in school history to record a triple-double this season, and couldn't have been more humble.
I mean, I'm just playing my game and trying to win every game, but if I make a triple-double, it's not like I'm gonna focus on that much, but it's fun that people recognize it.
The Rams are shooting for their first NCAA tournament berth since 2002, and with players like Neuström, this year the shoe just might fit. Every time the Winter Olympics roll around, figure skaters capture our attention and imagination with passion and storytelling. CSU's club figure skaters share the same passion for the sport and discovered it early in life.
So I started skating when I was like 3 years old. A lot of people say I started before I was born because my mom is actually a figure skater.
I think what got me passionate about it was everyone else was doing like soccer, swimming, or like something like that, but skating was like really unique.
Like any sport, it takes a tremendous amount of dedication, and finding the time to practice with a full school schedule isn't always easy.
It's really hard.
When we have competitions like this weekend, it really takes up most of your weekend. And let's say if you had a paper due Monday, you'd kind of have to start it like way, it wouldn't be this weekend that you do it.
Depending on like your workload, like with tests and exams, you have to learn how to balance it.
But that's not enough to keep these girls from doing what they love and keeping their eye on the top prize.
We haven't gone to nationals in a few years, but we're hoping to go this year if we're lucky.
Well, Welcome back to CTV for our first show of the semester. I'm Steven Starcer, joined alongside by our newest sports anchor, Travis Green. The CSU women's basketball team came away with 2 more victories last week to remain atop the Mountain West Conference. The team traveled to Utah State on Wednesday and put up 100 on the Aggies, and then hosted third-place team in the conference, Fresno State, on Saturday. Everyone deserves to be rewarded for a job well done, especially when it's done to perfection. Unfortunately for the CSU women's volleyball team, nobody seems to care. The Rams went out on the road last week and won 2 more conference matches against quality opponents to remain undefeated on the season, but they didn't get any love from the rankings. It was very impressive to see this team come out and be able to come back from trailing by that kind of deficit, get the win. 12-1 in conference play. This team is rolling. Yeah, and there's no doubt about it. The coaches have done an excellent job preparing them, getting them ready for each and every match this season. I think the players have the right mental attitude for this, playing with that chip on their shoulder. They've done a remarkable job, and I don't see them letting up anytime soon. Fuller in lane 4 for the Rams as they make their way towards the finish. Both of them neck and neck. We'll see who touches first, and at the finish, it's gonna be Fuller for the Rams in lane 4, the senior, using that experience to out-touch Rathbone in lane. And at the finish, it is Lujan getting the touch first over her teammate Williamson. As we take a look at the results, Lujan taking first place. In second was Williamson, and in third was Laporte for the UNC Bears. Big time forehand down the line that time from Schultz. She caught Saunders leaning that time, Demo, and she made her pay for it. We're about set to get this #1 singles match underway between Natalie Heffron and Juliet Stewart. Stewart just came away victorious in the #1 doubles match on this court previously, and she'll be back to serve things up. And once again, Stewart too good on the forehand as we see her give a fist pump. Even while she's on the move, she could still rip it, finding the corner on the cross-court shot there. Good rally. Heffron threw up some pretty good defensive shots, Demo, but in the end, the forehand of Stewart prevails. Waring, Rams now setting up the attack, gets over to Waring, shot attempt, goal! Number 16, Eric Waring for CSU, ripping one from back at the blue line, Chris. What a shot. Get passed back over here to number 15, that's Robeson. That's over to Jenkins. Looks like he wants to let him on the fly. He's going to pass this one in. Number 14, that's a goal! Austin Bird getting in on the action. Assistant captain for CSU. Haven't called his name a lot tonight, but he gets a goal late, and that's a very important goal for this team, Chris.